Hi boss, this is Jake. Hope you're okay today. Just making a quick video. Hope everybody's okay. And just making a quick video about atheism buried 6 feet under. Basically, I offer a challenge to any atheist out there to deal with this issue. And that's basically, how can you get objective moral values from a value system that intrinsically has no value? So for example, nature, as we look at nature, does not say anything about morality in any shape or form. Doesn't say any meaning, any purpose, doesn't say any value. Okay, that's what we see in nature. So if you look at a tree, if you look at a chimpanzee, if you look at anything within nature, it does not have a value system. David Hume and Wittgenstein made comments. Those comments are, you cannot get from in a sort of roundabout way, just summing what they're saying in my own words as a paraphrase. Basically, David Hume and Wittgenstein said that you cannot get value, you can't get from non-value to value. Okay, what they mean is that from nature there is no value, there are no meanings, there is no purpose, there is no value. That is the facts. And so from that situation you cannot then move from no value to ethical moral values. You can, in quotes, say, well, we can because we are rational, but the rational is part of nature, and nature does not have any value, does not say about purpose or anything concerning meaning. It just does not say that, and the rationality is a part of that. So rationality might state certain factual information about how actions happen, but at the end of the day, the moment you start to put some kind of value statement on your rationality, you are doing exactly that. You are putting some words of value to your rational so-called morality. In other words, rationality is still part of the non-value system of nature, unless you're going to argue that rationality is not part of nature. You can try and do that if you want to do, but you're locked into a naturalist position that all we have is the material, and at the end of the day, nature does not say anything about value. Even reason is part of nature. So you can't get value from a non-value system. You just can't do it. Now you can try and say that you can get morality from objectively from science. You can say whatever you want, but you can say it, but it cannot be done. It just cannot be done. So that means whenever you start critiquing the Bible from a moral perspective, you're not being consistent with your own position as an atheist. And you might say, as an atheist, well, actually, Jay, we're not locked into naturalism. Well, I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, if you want to live by the scientific method, all you've got is natural events, natural phenomena to investigate and to pontificate from. And as you investigate nature and natural phenomena, it don't say nothing about morality. It don't say nothing about meaning or purpose or value. So you can't get moral objective values from a non-value system. So when you start criticizing the Bible, which is legitimate to ask questions about the Bible, but you still got to be honest as an atheist. You've got to be honest as an atheist. You are not being consistent with the fact that your own system, based in nature, has no value. And when you start talking about morals or critiquing any other moral system, you're bringing value, you're bringing a value system, a value methodology from a non-value system, from a non-value methodology. because nature does not say anything about morality. And whether you like it or not, you're part of nature. Alright? Basically, that's your atheism buried 7 feet under. Alright? 6 feet under or 7 feet under. That's the death of your atheism. It's just buried. You can't get off the ground. No matter how much you try, no matter how much you say, no matter what you do, you cannot get off the ground. David Hume and Wittgenstein are more logically consistent than Sam Harris or any of the atheists today who are pontificating any kind of nonsense about they can give us moral objectives from an atheist position. Whatever atheist position that is. It's just absolute nonsense. So if you want to try and argue the case, which is an absolute impossibility, it's an absolute impossibility, but if you want to try and argue the case that from a non-value system, i.e. nature, you can get value, you want to argue that, you go ahead, atheist, but you'll get buried. You will get buried 7 feet under, mate, because you can't do it. Alright? Unless you start going into metaphysics and moving into kind of spiritual ontology or something, you can't do it. You can't do it from the scientific method. Alright? It just can't be done. So I'll leave you with that. Take care and thanks for listening. God bless you.